All right.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for getting on tonight. I
This
know it's
morning,
I know it's a Friday night for us in on this side of the world, and it's morning for our friends in Australia and that side of the world. But we felt that it was important enough to be able to do this because we are going to be part of an incredible program that corporate is offering us, and it is for a free trip included based on your efforts. And this is a global promotion. And so it's very exciting because even though we're on different parts of the world, we can still all run together and encourage each other, right? And which is why we're here tonight. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time from your busy lives, from your family time to come here. We wouldn't have asked you to do it if we didn't think it was important, because this promotion begins on April 29th. So we have, just 9 days. And I wanted everybody to be able to wrap their head around what we're looking at and know exactly what you need to do so that you're not caught off guard, right? Because it's important that come the 29th, everybody's on the same page and we're all able to do what we need to do to earn this trip our for us and for our family,
and
right?
to help as many people in our teams, you're going to be enrolling people. So help them to know what to do so that they can go on this trip because it's better with more. That's all I can say. When you go on
Exactly.
a trip and you're sitting there by yourself, it's not as cool as if you've got a big team with you. So, Erica, why don't you unmute yourself? Because you just came back from a trip
Yes.
and tell people about it between the destination and how you're treated there.
Okay, I'm trying to share my
Yes,
screen
Jen.
here.
You're good.
And hold on.
I may have to stop sharing this one.
Well, a little intro. I was just wondering when I would go on. So, okay, let's see. First of all, I need to figure out how to share my screen. So give me
Let me
one
stop
tick.
sharing this. And then,
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
yeah,
Okay, so basically this for me was something very interesting. Am I sharing my APAC incentive?
I see that.
Okay. So my background, I've traveled quite a bit. I was never really motivated with the trip incentive. You know, we all have different reasons why we do this, but inadvertently, because I have a fantastic team, I won this trip to South Korea. So I won it for two people, and basically, I guess I was supposed to take a business person, but I asked my daughter, I said, "Do you want to come to South Korea?" And she said, "Heck yeah." So we did. We went. It was hilarious. We were not really prepared. We didn't really look at what we were, because we didn't up to the airport. 2 days before, we found out it was winter there, not summer. So we repacked. This is how ill prepared we were to go. And we arrived there with no tickets, just our name and our, and our passports. And there we go. We're on a plane to South Korea. And we had a blast. So, the most important thing that I got out of this trip was a couple of things. First of all, that smile on my child. Okay, we had a ball. We were like two peas in a pod, and we ran around joking all the time. We followed the itinerary, but we got on many buses and we met so many people. So this was the highlight of my trip, was to see her smile. It was very well organized. Honestly, it was a five-star trip. And I kind of thought it would be more business related. And there was no business to be had. It was only fun to be had. They planned activities, restaurant meals. You know, I thought at one point we'd get thrown a sandwich like on an airplane. This was amazing. So these are just some of our highlights. We did visit the office, but it wasn't even a part of the trip. I mean, you could go to the office if you wanted to, but it wasn't like this is Lifewave, this is what you must do. So this was fun. That was in Gangnam, and she got us there and she got us back by a taxi. So that was very fun. Again, just more smiles all around. And this was a trip for her and I, and it's something that I never would have done. I never would have thought about. I don't know how much that would have cost me it had I, did plan that. So it was a completely random trip that we enjoyed. We met a lot of fun people, and the smile on her face for me, it says it all. So, the next one is Vietnam. Let's do that. I asked her in the taxi when we were going back to the airport. I said, look, I said, if there's one thing that you can do is support me in this business. And she says, heck yeah. She said, when are we going on the next trip? And I said, well, funny you mentioned that. So, regardless of what your why is, you can be very surprised. The company was amazing, and the people that we met there were amazing. It was total team the whole way. So that's what I'd like to say about that trip.
Somebody just asked, were all the activities organized?
Totally. Everything. Get in the bus in the morning, go to this place, everybody go to lunch. And they had it so well organized that I think they had three different activities on each day, and not everybody, went. So they staggered everybody. Everything flowed well. The times were great. It was just, I couldn't have planned that any better. Well, I couldn't have planned that at all, actually. I'm not a planner like that. So
Well,
very, very good stuff.
yeah, and Erica, it's so funny that you're saying that, because I remember when we first looked at the possibility, right, of you getting the trip. We really had no idea how it was going to happen. So we
Yeah.
sat there and we figured out that going senior director was going to be your best way. And the thing is that I want you guys to understand that when that when that trip was offered, she didn't think she could make it. And I said to her, of course you're gonna make it. We're gonna do this is gonna happen. And so I want you to know that it was her effort, putting in the energy, going to see, her prospects, going to help her team to advance. It took work. It didn't just happen overnight, right? And then once she qualified, then she had to keep the qualification for the weeks that was necessary. So I wanted you guys to get that this is possible for all of us that are on this call, including
Can I
us.
say one thing?
Yes.
I want to say one thing, okay? So I didn't know that I was going to qualify. I didn't think that I would qualify. It wasn't really in the top of my mind. It wasn't in the forefront for me. But Carmen was keeping track. Now, had you not kept track, there's no way that would have happened because I was not keeping track.
Yeah.
So a part of this video is for everybody to keep track. That's all I'm saying. That's my take home message today. She
That's
wanted me to go more than I wanted to go.
right.
So, and you made it happen, and so did my team. So Julia's on this call. Thank you, Julia. You know.
But guys, I want you to know
But
when when
she did call you and say thank you.
I know, but when you arrived, and I have never even told you this, but when you arrived in South Korea and I received that first picture when you were there, I cried. You know why? Because I knew the hard work that it cost you to get there, and all those days when you went and did meetings and drove God knows how many hours to get to the people's house, to get them enrolled, one more, and you know what, it paid off. And that's why I'm glad you shared that, because I want everybody to understand that yes, it's a free trip, but you know what, it's like she said, she had traveled, this wasn't like a big thing for her to go on this trip. But wow, what an amazing thing. What a blessing she had to have her daughter with her. Those are memories that are in her heart, in her mind, and for her daughter too, that that don't go away, that it's a part of their life together. So when you're looking at this trip, don't just think about you, think about your team, think about, how special it would be for somebody in your team to make it, and you have to help them. We're all connected here, we're all together, and I'm giving you my word, my commitment. Anybody that's on this call, anybody that's on our team that couldn't make it tonight, you know if they tell me I want to run for it, I'm going to work with them. Okay, but you're going to have to put the effort in, because it's a joint thing. I'll help you figuring out the tracking, whatever. We're gonna track. We have a sheet now that does it for us and all this stuff, but it's gonna take effort. And I wanted to have this call early enough, because I don't want you guys to wait for the month before and then try to qualify. No, we got to do it now from the beginning. Everybody come out the gate running, and let's just see how many of us can go on these 3 region trips, right? And North America, how great would it be to have our Canadian friends with us, and now we have a team in Mexico, and have them come, and you guys over in Australia, and have the Asia Pacific. And what I saw is that the trips are running same times. Like for us here, it's November 6th through the 10th. For you guys in Australia, it's the 7th through the 11th, something like that. So they're like within a day of each other. And how awesome is that? Okay. So we're all gonna be on this trip together in different parts of the world.
One more question for Erica. I know you're already muted yourself, but come back, please. And as the recipient of a sponsor's assistance, how important was it for your sponsor to help you? Because everybody here is going to be sponsoring somebody.
Right.
And I want, not for me to say it, I want for you to say from your viewpoint, your vantage point, how important was it to have Carmen in your back pocket?
I simply wouldn't have done it without that. So for me, she needed to drive it because I wasn't driving it as hard as she was. And there was no pressure here. She was just keeping me up to date like a coach. So I'm on early because I have all of the names of the people who potentially want to run for it. So I'm going to do like Carmen, and I'm just going to put your name if you're in my team, and if I'm your sponsor or anywhere in your upline. I need to know if you want to go for this, because we will track you. So we're trying to figure out how many people are going to put their hand up. We're going to put you on our list, and we will track you. And that was the part that I was missing. I just simply had no idea about points or timing or weeks or, so it was crucial. And that's why we're here 1 week early. It starts on the 29th of April. I've stored up a whole bunch of people to sign up because I'm going for it, because Scarlett wants to come and we're going again. So we're going to make this a Scarlett and Erica thing. So it was crucial. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. Now, Carmen and I, we have a different vantage point. We see all of you. And for us, I'm going to say this, we would work our butts off to make sure you go, and we might not even think about if we're going.
Yeah.
But as we help everybody go, the numbers are going to be there for us. So our focus is on you. And so we know that we've been involved with a company in the past that we'd find out a month or 6 weeks after the whole thing started that that's the promotional period. 6 weeks ago it started. So this one, we are giving you the heads up in advance. You know what it is. We're going to go over everything that you need to know about what you need to do to get there and to help your team get there. So there are tracking sheets that have been made for us. And go ahead.
And I want to make sure you guys take pictures of everything that you're going to see. Like David said, we are recording it, but take pictures so that you have it in your phone. You can go back to it if you're not sure about something. And again, we are available, for those of you that I have not talked to yet because you're brand new, or I have not had the opportunity to meet in person, I am looking forward for that. And I welcome everybody that is in our team. We're having a lot of new people join, and I just want to make sure that everybody has what they need to run. Okay. So as
Exactly.
you can see, here's the 3 trips for the different regions. Okay. So we're gonna all learn together how to do this, and we're gonna all encourage each other. I would like to have a call every week so that we can update, encourage each other. If people are, are moving up, we're gonna say, hey, you're here. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. We're doing this as a team, everybody together. And the goal is to bring as many people to win that trip worldwide.
Exactly. So
Here we go.
there's your qualifying period. I made this simple so you could pop a picture of each screen and have it for yourself for the information. That will be coming out in an email. We talked to corporate yesterday. They haven't sent it for North America yet. They have sent it for Asia Pacific, and they have sent it for Europe, but they have not sent ours yet. So
So, guys, this is 18 weeks. This is unheard of that this company is giving us 4 months to qualify for a promotion. Okay. So they're trying to make it as easy as possible for us to get there. So the only factor that has to be decided is whether you want to run for it or not, and whether you want to put the effort into it or not. And that's really the deciding factor, because the company, they have made this trip easier than the last trip, and they have given us
absolutely.
longer time to qualify. So, I mean, I don't think they can do much else than to just, write us all a check and say, here, go on a trip.
This
Um,
qualifying number thing that they created this time, it's like somebody grabbed them by the lobe of their ear and dragged them over and said, you're going to write this down because we're including this. I'm telling you, it is very different than
yeah,
last
and you
time.
know what? I got to give it to Steve Merritt, because he got on corporate and he said, look, this is what we need. We need people to be able to build their businesses, but you have to make it to a point where, give us time to qualify for the trips so that, there we can have a lot of people. So he had a conversation with David Schmidt and said, what is the limit? How many people can go on these trips? And his answer was, as many as qualify, I will make sure that they get on the trip. Okay, so now there's no limit. So it could be thousands, it could be hundreds, whatever it is. Okay.
So I want you to take a look at this because 2 ways to get there. One, if you're not already a senior director, just go senior director, and in that 18-week period, make sure you hit that qualification rank 6 times additional. That is the easiest way. We're past that now, so we've got to use the point system.
Right.
But I'm telling you, go senior director and hold it for 6 more weeks during that whole 4 month period. That's awesome.
So I want to make sure that everybody understands that. So when you hit senior director, that week that you hit it, that counts for you. You're now a senior director. But then you have to hit it 6 additional weeks after that within that period. They do not have to be consecutive weeks, but they do have to be within that period. Okay. So the first way that you see on this form is doing it by points. Okay. So 60 points gives you 2 tickets, plus they pay for 1 flight. 85 points gives you 2 tickets, plus they pay for the 2 flights. So when I say a ticket, that means your hotel, the food that they're giving you during the event, everything is included there. Just your incidentals, whatever you want to, whatever you want to buy or whatever, that's up to you. But so these are the 2 ways that you can earn it.
I know this, and I'm not going to get into people's personal finances, but during that qualification that Erica did to go, she made money. And she had plenty of money to spend for her and her daughter when she got there, because becoming a senior director helps you make money. All of these things help you make money. So it's not just a trip you're going to get. You're going to have money coming, flowing in that you can save. We recommend you save and don't spend it all, but just recommending that you can spend it however you want. So we want to go through next.
Make sure you get a picture.
The advancement it takes to be senior director. So first, you're going to be a gold, and on the left side of your screen, you see what it takes to be a manager. You're going to be a gold level with at least 2 silver level or above. I personally like diamonds, but if you only want to do silvers, that's the minimum. I'm not a minimum kind of boy. I want to do the best you can. And so if you can put diamonds in, put them in. You'll make a lot more money. So 2 left, 2 right, silver above and on auto ship. So you maintain that. We're going to talk about maintenance packs for your auto ship as well during this promotional period. And then that's what a manager is. Now that the person is a manager, they then understand what it takes to help somebody else. Are we back, Erica?
Can you hear us?
Yes, you are. Yeah,
Okay,
just
good.
have to
All
put
right.
the PowerPoint back up.
Okay.
We are on our phone in our motorhome, so it's we're doing what we can to make sure we get to you. So I put the screen back up. All right. There you go. Okay.
Okay, go to the next screen.
All right. So this screen here tells you what you need to do to become a senior director. And as you can see, first you're a manager, and then once you know how to be a manager, you create a manager left and a manager right. And then once you have done that, then you help those managers. That makes you a director. You can see that it's a matter of 3 people on silvers or above, left and right. And then once you become a director, you create 2 directors, and it's best if they're left and right. And then that gets you to senior director. So the process is simple. Manager, okay, create 2 managers, left and right. Once that makes you a director. Now that you're a director, create 2 directors, 1 left, 1 right. Now you're a senior director. Process is really simple. All right. So the description.
So to be a manager, I want you to make sure you have this we have some new people.
This is out of your back office under resources.
Be a gold rank brand partner or above. Generate a minimum of 110 personal volume per month. What does that mean? That means that you yourself have to order 110 personal volume yourself, okay? Have 2 personally sponsored active silver members or more on each leg. And they have to be active. Very important, guys. If you have been in the business for a while and you've got some people, that maybe are not active, you got to make sure they get active, because you will not reach the rank if one of those people is not active that week that you're reaching it. So very important. Also, where it says generate a minimum of 110 personal volume per month, if you have preferred customers or retail customers, their volume counts as yours. So if you've got 2 or 3 people that are, just simply customers for you, whatever they order, the volume that they produce will be rolled on top of you. And that's just an added plus that, corporate gave us. Okay, so that's the manager. Here we go with the director. You got to be a gold.
I'm sorry.
You got to be a gold rank brand partner or above. You're going to generate a minimum of 110 per volume, personal volume per month. You're going to have 3 personally sponsored silver members or more on each leg. Okay, so remember, manager, you only needed 2 and 2. Now for director, you need 3 and 3. Now, one of those 3 can be your manager. Okay. So have one personally sponsored brand partner who achieves the manager status on each leg. So once you've done that, you are now director.
With director comes additional pay. We won't get into that tonight, but we want you to know that each level that you advance does increase your pay.
When you're sponsoring somebody.
Correct.
So senior director, you're going to achieve all the qualifications that you did to get to director that we just spoke about. And you're going to have 2 personally sponsored brand partners who achieve director status. And they do not have to be on opposite legs. They could be on the same legs. Your 2 directors can be on the same leg, but it's better if they're on opposite legs because then your business is going to be more solid. And then on top of that, you have to earn 10,000 binary volume. It's group binary volume through your line of sponsorship in a 30-day period. That means that's your volume, your team's volume, and your customer's volume. That is not the volume that might be on your legs that other people put in that are not in your team.
From
okay?
the binary.
Yeah, it is your group, your personal group volume. And I can show you guys where you would find that volume in your back office, and we can talk about that later. But there's a report that shows that, and it tracks it, for you during the week. So when you get to this point and you're getting ready to go senior director, that report becomes very important because you're going to be tracking.
All right. This is the tracking sheet that you will find in thisisitteam.com under downloads. So if all you do is thisisitteam.com/downloads, it takes you to that section. This is specifically designed to track your advancement in this particular offering for a trip. So at the very top, it says rank up. So when you come into this business, all right?
Can you make it bigger so they can see it?
Can I?
No? Okay.
No. So you're going to download this form from your thisisitteam.com, and you'll be able to read it more clearly. We want you to know that there is a form that has it. And so each of these periods, so if you qualify as a senior director for period number 1, perfect. Write the week that you did it. But if it was 2 weeks later, write the week in period 2. And if it was the following week, write the week in period 3. And if it was 2 weeks after that, write that week in period 4. So you track which weeks you hit the rank of senior director. Out of those 18, you only need to do 6. How generous of them. Then the next thing is earn points by growing your team. So as you enroll people every single week, there is, yes, ma'am, you want to do this?
No, go ahead.
Every single week, you'll notice there is 18 weeks listed under lifetime rank. So you maintain your level of rank. So let's just say for us, we're executive directors. We're going to be advancing to presidential. So how many weeks were we at executive director? We get 2 points for every single week. So if we are, and if we advance to presidential and we maintain that level now, because now that was our highest level ever, we can't go back to executive and get the 2 points. We have to maintain the new highest level that we had, and we continue to earn 2 points each week towards the trip. Personal rank up. If you are in this business brand new and you haven't become a manager yet, when you do become a manager, you earn 2 points. When you become a director, 4 points. When you become a senior director, 5 points. And it keeps on going up to senior presidential director. Take care of this one.
So on this, the last section that you see there is you're gonna, this is the people that you personally sponsor. So every time you sponsor somebody, you're gonna get points depending on what kit that person came in on. So you're gonna write that person's name and you're gonna check the box that they came in on. Now, if the person comes in on a silver and sometime during this promotion they upgrade to gold or to diamond, then you're gonna mark upgrade and you're gonna mark the points that goes to that, okay, to the upgrade. Then also when your personal that you enrolled ranks up, okay, and let's say that person goes manager, well, that person is going to get points, but you as their sponsor are also going to get points for their rank up, depending on which rank they achieved. And we're going to go over this in a minute, but this is that form, and that I want you to make sure that you understand.
Okay.
So personally,
break out your phone and pop up.
Yeah, take a picture of this. You got to move that because I can't see it.
No, it's not on their screen. It's only
okay.
on yours.
So personally, enrollment points. So this is when you enroll somebody, okay? So when you personally enroll somebody on a silver, they're going to give you 1 point. On a gold, they're going to give you 2 points. On a diamond, they're going to give you 4 points. If you get a preferred customer or a preferred customer plus, they're going to give you 1 point, but that person has to order $99.95 minimum per month. So if they just come in and they just buy, let's say the eye cream or something, and that's not $99.95, that doesn't count. It has to be this amount, okay? So this is personally sponsored upgrade points. Like I said, so if I enroll somebody and they rank up
from bronze to silver,
then they're going to get 1. If they go, from silver to gold, they're going to get 2. Gold to diamond, they're going to get 4. So very interesting, guys, because if you enroll somebody on a silver, let's say at the beginning of this promotion next week, right when this starts, and then you get you're going to get the point for when you enroll them. But then when they rank up, each time they rank up, you're going to add that. So it's not that they're going to give you one and not the other. Okay, I want to make sure everybody understands that. So that's a great thing. So this is how you're going to get points.
So as you rank up, individual ranks. So this is for each individual, not your downline. Each one of those people in your downline, as they rank up and as you personally rank up, these are the numbers that you'll receive for ranking up.
No, this is your person,
right?
You yourself,
right?
If
they rank up, they receive those numbers. That's what I'm saying. If you rank up, you receive these numbers. This is for each individual's personal activity of ranking and advancement.
So this is rank advancements of
the people that you personally enroll.
Okay, so if I enroll somebody and they went manager, they're going to get the points for going manager, right? That we just talked about, but they're going to give me 2 points because that person went manager. When that person that I enrolled goes director, that director is going to get their points, but then they're going to give me 3 points because that was my director. Okay?
Exactly.
And all the way down.
So I'm hoping that you guys are popping pictures of these pages. Maintain your position during the qualifying period. We just showed you where to put that on the tracking sheet. So for manager, director, senior director, every single week that you maintain your qualification, they're going to give you a point. For executive, presidential, and senior presidential directors, for every single week that you maintain your highest level, they're going to give you 2 points.
So I want to say something about that. So remember I said there was 18 weeks, right? Okay, so guys, the people that are not manager, that are just beginning, if you guys go manager that first week and that's all you did, and you would have 18 points already by the end of the qualification, towards your 85. So I want you to understand how it works. So if you're a director and if you're like in our case, executive, if we hold our executive those 18 weeks times 2, that's 36 points. So out of the 85, I would already get 36. You see how this works? So I wanted you guys to get the idea of all the points, because it's a combination of everything that's going to get you to the 85 if you're going the route of the point system.
Correct. And then maintenance packs. Now, do you remember that we were talking about the people in your downline have to stay active? Because if you're a senior director, and that means you have a director left and a director right, one of those guys has to have 2 managers, a manager left and a manager right. And if one of those managers has one guy that's card didn't go through, bingo, he's no longer a manager, that guy's no longer a director, he's no longer and you're no longer a senior director. So how do you prevent that? They have these maintenance packs. And what I love about the maintenance packs is that they're giving you a lot for what you're paying. So I personally like maintenance pack number 3 using the X39. They give you manager level qualifying points for 6 months. Now, right now, I pay for that. I buy 1 sleeve for me and 1 sleeve for Carmen that satisfies that 110. It's a little more than that, but then they roll the extra down on my lesser leg and they pay me for it. And they do the same thing for you. So Carmen and I are spending roughly 200 American every single month. So if they're going to give me out of my maintenance pack 6 months of qualifying as a manager, what is that worth to me then if I'm spending $200 a month? 6 times 200, $1,200. Okay. Not only that, they're giving to me 9 sleeves of X39.
Or X49.
Okay.
Or combination.
So next, I'm only paying $750. So I'm paying for 7. I'm getting $1,200 worth of value in my monthly subscription, and I'm getting 9 sleeves instead of 7.
And you also save on the shipping, because what happens with the maintenance packs, you place your order and they send you all the product at once. So you pay for shipping only one time instead of paying for shipping every month for the 6 months. If you do number 3, if you do number 2, it's less. It's $500, I think, and $95. They also have 3-month ones. They have the 3-month ones, and they have the 6-month ones. So I'm just telling you guys, when Erica was qualifying for this was one of the tools that we used, because people loved it because they saved money, on their orders, because they just got all their product at once, which also helped them build their business because now they had product. And then at the same time, it also assured them that they would be active for the months that was during the qualification period. So I just wanted to throw that out at you guys so you understand. And afterwards, if anybody has questions regarding this, we can go over it more in depth. But that's the maintenance pack, and you find them you go into your back office and you go into your shop, you go all the way to the bottom and you'll see maintenance packs. When you click on that, it'll show you, the different ones they have. And when you click on each, it gives you a summary of, of what you can order for that maintenance pack.
Now,
okay?
Because I think sometimes it gets me in trouble. Sometimes it doesn't. So if I was very close and a little short on points, I'd buy another maintenance pack because I'm going to get 2 more points.
So I asked corporate yesterday, was there a limit, of, let's say somebody wanted to do 2 of the 3, 3 months maintenance pack, or they wanted to do 2 of the 6-month maintenance pack, would they allow it? And they said yes, that, it's up to the person, what they want to do, but, it's a matter of, it's spending the money. Now, the situation is that you're spending the money that you would have spent anyways, that you would have spent a lot more for it had you split it up every month. Okay, so this is a savings for you to get all your product at once, if it's something that you can do.
Right.
There's no pressure here. Everybody's going to do what they can. I just wanted you guys to understand how that works.
Okay. So maintenance pack 2, I'm not sure. I think it's a 3-monther. Maintenance pack 3.
No, it's a
It's a
6-monther.
6-monther too. All right. So just to let you know, there's a possibility you can order more than one. I would have everybody that wants to run on your team buy maintenance pack
If
soon
they
soon
can.
as this thing launches in April, so that for those 4 months of qualifying period, everybody's covered with active people. And I mean, if it costs you a coupon for a milkshake at McDonald's, do it. All right. So this is where you download that tracker from. This is a team.com/downloads, and it's right in there. That's where I found this one.
Okay, and the only thing that's not on there is the maintenance pack. Okay, so for that, you would just write it at the bottom. You could handwrite
Right.
that yourself, because they had already done this tracker, and before corporate added that about the maintenance